Jobbing with Nikki. Jobbing with Nikki. Jobbing with Nikki. Jobbing with Nikki. Jobbing with Nikki.
Welcome to this episode of Jobbing with Nikki, and today I am joined by a man that needs no introduction whatsoever, but I will. It's Ace Matthews.
It's only because I do my own introductions.
Well, tough, you've got that one today.
Yeah.
Right, so something I have never asked you that is at the top of my list, actually.
Oh, okay.
Where did Ace come from? What made you go with Ace?
Cool. There's a few little things in that. So the first thing is Ace Frehley from Kiss.
Right.
So that's Ace. 2, Ace Rimmer from Red Dwarf.
Oh.
3 is I initially started training in America, and I was like, there's a bit of an American link and a bit of a sports link. And then I thought of AC Slater, and I was like, what if it's like AC, something beginning with E, and it's Ace overall? And then eventually it was just Ace, because no one else is called Ace, and it's memorable. Like, it's not chantable, which is a stupid thing, and it's not like Ace Anderson, which I have wrestled under the name Ace Anderson. I've also wrestled as Matt Myers.
Of course you are.
Yeah, but then Matthews is because it's me, so
yeah,
like my actual name. So
yeah, it occurred to me earlier. I was just like, I've never asked him why he's called Ace.
Yeah, and then I can lean into the fact that it's like it's a noun, it's a pronoun is my name, but there's also a proper noun, and then there's also an adjective. I could be Ace. You could be Ace.
Yeah, I love that. I love that works so well. That I'm Ace and you can be too.
Exactly.
Like, you've just run with it, and it goes down so well everywhere. Like, I was also thinking earlier, you are potentially like one of the busiest wrestlers. Like, if you, there's not many shows that I see pop up and you're not on them.
In this area, I think. I always think of someone like Doris, who's like everywhere. But yeah, no, definitely for sure in this area, yeah.
Yeah, everyone knows who you are. Like
in this area.
Look, my podcast covers this area, okay?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, in Yorkshire. In Yorkshire.
So let's touch on True Grit a little bit, because obviously you were part of Nashboat. Now, did you expect the reaction that Nashboat got?
No. No. No, especially because it was me. Like, I fully expect it for Nash, because he's, apart from now, he's a rat bastard. He is one of the most likable people you'll see, and is very entertaining, and I'm a knob. But it sort of worked. It came all from sort of just hounding him on Twitter, and then being like, okay, well, we're going to start just flyering shows and being like, this is a thing now. Nashboat is a thing. You are Nash, and I'm the best of all time, and together it works. And I think I beat him in a wrestling match, and then I may have saved him, and then he was like, okay, well, I suppose we'd best do something. And yeah, he got his first ever win, and then several other wins, and I think he won every single match for us, which is worrying. But yeah.
And then kicked you in the nuts.
And then kicked me in the nuts.
Yeah.
But you didn't expect that.
Just the reaction from everybody in, like, the True Grit has such a following. Yes. And just the reaction that everybody had when you two, when you won the titles, just every time you come out to the ring, there was just the energy lifted, and everyone just were there for it. And I think it was
weird.
It wasn't weird though, but like the thoughts and like all the little things you just would put into it. Because I think you're hilarious. like the stuff you post on social media as well, like these the trends things that you've been doing, where you're like, but 10 years too late, but you know, it's that comedy timing that, you know, you've got as well as Nash, so it gelled together so perfectly.
Yeah. No, it was yeah.
But it's like everyone loved you as well, like kids, adults, everyone was there for Nashboat. That you even got your own show.
And the Nashboat show, which was excellent. Yeah, it was so much fun. Yeah, and it was a show genuinely run by us.
Unfortunately, I did have to miss it because I was working. But
you missed the greatest match ever. Oh, it wasn't even a match; it was a segment. Yeah, which Vacant and Player One, and yeah, it was the one.
Definitely run by you two.
Definitely run by us.
And then obviously you also are such the Tidal Chief. Let's just, because I missed Tidal for a few years, and then I started going back, and you were the Tidal Chief. So I don't know how that all came about. So tell me.
You'd like the story? Okay, so it goes back to Ian. So remember Ian?
I do remember Ian.
And so his final ever show, that was headlined by the third in an epic trilogy of Brady Phillips and Will Cruz, now known as Mason Rook. I think Brady won it to retain the title, but it was like the third of a little trilogy that had. Earlier in the night, H.T. Drake and myself had a ladder match for the number one contendership. Or not the number one, for a contract, for essentially a Money in the Bank, but on a Tidal budget, so it was a contract hanging from from a genuine rafter. And this is probably the greatest match of all time, if not the greatest ladder match of all time. Speak to Meat Wagon. It's their favourite match, weirdly.
Well,
so
funnily enough, Jeebus messaged me and said, "Can you ask him to talk about the ladder match?"
I found it as well. I found it on YouTube. So
yes, so was he.
We get to the venue for this ladder match that Ian wanted, and I'd even used the school printer to print off this contract for Ian. Had this contract and a clipboard. Here, Ian, I've got this. Cool. Howard's here. He's brought the ring. Don't know what we're going to do about ladders. He's not brought any. Okay, why has he not brought any? Because he's not been asked to. Who was supposed to ask him to? Okay, so we were hunting the venue for some ladders. And all we could find were like the leaning ladders, and that doesn't work. And then we found one small step ladder. So at that point there, it was clear what we had to do. And I think the finish to the match is the most important part here, because we started off wrestling, then it went into us looking for ladders and searching the venue. I think I went downstairs to the bar, came up with a beer, and no ladders. Ended up finding these tiny ladders. I found some, poking the end out, and then I walk out, and it's a step ladder. So the end of the match is the greatest finish to any wrestling match ever. Even El Grande Americo versus El Grande Americo, which was incredible at the weekend, if you didn't see it. So I'm stood on this step ladder, and I've got a broom because I can't reach the contract because it's a step ladder, and my hand's going off. See, that's how high it was and how small it was. I couldn't reach it, so I'm trying to knock it off with this broom. H.T. Drake comes and slowly tips this ladder that I'm precariously stood on 2 feet from the floor, tips me through like some planks of wood in the corner. I fall through them here, bang. He then produces a bigger broom than I had. And he starts whacking this and whacking it and whacking it. And he hits it. And remember how I said that it was hung from a girder?
Yeah.
Now the contract flipped up and landed on top of the girder. So I have two questions here. One, can we swear?
Yes.
No, that's one. And two, how much like in story and in real life are we talking in the in this podcast?
Any or whatever you want. You can swear,
Okay.
you can go behind the curtain, it's all good.
So he flips it and it lands on top of this girder. The crowd start chanting, "You fucked up, you fucked up." Because lo and behold, he had fucked up. I'm laid dead here in the corner and I see what's going on and everyone's singing. And I start chuckling and I start wetting myself. And so I roll over onto my side so I can cover myself so no one can see how much I'm laughing at this ridiculous situation. Because at this point here, I don't have to move. Okay, cool. And somehow he manages to pull it down. And he gives it an almighty whack. And the contract flies to this position that I'm laid in. Bang. And I've just moved to this position because I was laughing so much, and it lands squarely in my hand. And so I stand up, and I have the contract. I am the champion. No, I'm not.
Wow.
I'm the prospective champion. I'm the number one contender. I can cash this in whenever. Yeah, so the most perfect end to a match that you could ever even dream of. Yeah. And then, so later on, Brady and Will have just finished this epic trilogy. Brady's cheering. My music plays. And out I come bumbling after having just won the most ridiculous short ladder match that you've ever seen. Come, bang, angle slam, 1, 2, 3. And I become the champion to end Ian's last ever title show. Yeah.
Wow.
Then comes the reboot. And I think I was meant to maybe defend it once and lose it. And then so Taj and the new team would come in, saw that first match and were like, okay, you were going to do this, but you're going to keep it for a year actually, because that was awesome. And they appreciated the way that it was all done. So I had a year of like ducking and diving, and I had a year where I was, I think, self-declared, but I was very readily accepted eventually as the Tidal Chief.
Yeah, I mean, people like it when you come out, people love the Tidal Chief.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Oh wow, I have to go to YouTube and watch that now. You know.
You do. It's awesome. It's so good.
I definitely do. Because James just said, ask him about the ladder match. I'm like, you're going to have to give me some context. And he was like, there was this ladder match. They had step ladders and the contract went in the roof. And that's all he said.
Yeah.
And I was like, right, I'll ask you.
Oh, it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect.
But like, you do stuff like that. And then like you're on shows with like James Storm, Rhino, you know, John Morrison recently backstage. You know, does it feel like, does the fan in you still, do you get a bit like surreal moments that you're like wrestling James Storm?
Yeah. Yeah, because I was willing to be money as well, so it was awesome. So I wrestled Rhino first. So it was a tag match. I think it was Adam and Rhino against Kemper and I. Ended up getting speared through the ring, gored through the ring by Rhino. And then James Storm, I think on maybe the next show as well. So it was like 2 NGW shows back to back where I'd had these big superstars that I'd wrestled. And both of them were really cool. I think I'd met James. I'd met Rhino before. I'd done 1 or 2 shows with him before, and then I think I'd done a seminar. That was the first time I met James. But I've done quite a few shows since with both of them. Yeah, they're mega cool. They're just so chilled. Like that's the weird thing about when you wrestle on shows with all these big names and like big ex-WWE stars and things.
Yeah.
They're all so cool. Like they've got nothing to prove. They don't need to pretend to be something they're not because they are. And like, yeah, they're awesome.
Oh, that's good though. That's what you want. You want them down to earth and
yeah, really down to earth. And oh, for sure. Like I've always been a bit sort of half taught to like don't get a photo with people and things, and because like you're working on the same level, but then on another level, I think I've started getting some photos. But luckily, I've also been lucky enough to dare myself to ask them to do a little promo with me. They're all like, yeah, I explain what they have to do. All you have to do is just be very mean to me. And like I said to John Morrison, I was like, do you want to do one? And I was like, yeah, of course. Yeah.
You don't expect it.
They're mega cool, yeah.
Yeah. I went over to Kazarian for the Love of Wrestling and was like, can I ask you a silly question from my YouTube channel? He was like, yes, of course you can. Come here. What are you asking? I was like, okay. I was like, probably like off guard because I didn't expect it.
It's mad, isn't it? Yeah. Like Christopher Daniels. Well, come to him and say, hi, I'm Matt. He's like, hi, I'm like, good to meet you, mate. I'm Chris. I'm like, I know. It's the weirdest thing, isn't it?
You are.
Yeah, I know.
That's good though, because you don't want them to think that, you know, well, I'm this big superstar and you're just indie wrestlers kind of thing. And it's great that they don't do that.
No, I don't think I've met a single person who's been like, yeah. So yeah, it's awesome.
But yeah, it's just bizarre. Like when I look through what you've been doing, and like from James Storm to, as you said, a ladder match with a step ladder, or you know, throwing around little plastic ducks, swimming in a raffle tickets, and you're wrestling James Storm as well, and it's like two sides of the same coin. But well, I realised that I met you the same time I met Liam Slater.
Yeah, Tidal.
No, this was at an NGW show, and you and Liam were selling raffle tickets. You took me and my friend to our seats.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, spent a lot of time doing that. Yeah.
And I'm just like,
should I turn this here? Hold on. Should this be this way? Is that better?
I don't know. It depends if it turns with you. Sometimes.
I don't think it turns with me. No, I won't. Oh, because it's not on an app. It's on the internet. So sorry. Okay.
But yeah, I was thinking about it earlier, and I'm like, to see where you've progressed to, like popularity wise, wrestling ability wise, but then you're also still the same guy. Like I love that. Like you're still Ace Matthews, you're still so down to earth, so easy to talk to at shows, and you know, you've got time for everybody. But
thank you.
Like looking at Liam as well, like you two have gone quite similar because you coach at Evo Academy now.
Yeah.
And I said it to him when I had him on the podcast. Like everyone that I was fans with and saw back then, all have schools now, and it means to me that wrestling is safe.
Yeah.
Because if all the people that I loved these 10 years ago are teaching the next generation, then wrestling is very safe and can only get better.
Yes, I think it's a very natural progression as well.
Yeah, and you are very much a part of that. When I discuss like the evolution of wrestling and stuff, you are very much a part of that I talk about.
Thank you. You can't like put me on a par with Liam because Liam is like the best. Honestly, like. And it's probably me being like I'm a teacher by trade, hence the coaching and things there. But Liam, like he's always been the nicest guy, an incredible wrestler. But if you go to any of his sessions, he could have a class. You could have a class of 20 odd people there, and he could have like your Leon Slaters, your Will Cruises, your Gene Money's, like the very top of the game. You can have people who have just come out of the beginners training. You could have people who've come from all over the place, people who are training there all the time at different levels, people who might be, they usually train somewhere else and they've come over here. Could be someone who's come from it. Yeah. And every single person will learn something from him. Like, honestly, absolutely incredible. Yeah. Cannot say enough
You do
nice things about him.
Don't you?
Sorry?
Do you do
Yeah, I do the fundamentals, yeah.
I have a little look through everything and I research and stuff. I've heard nothing but good things about the Evo Academy, because I know Evan goes there quite often, and other people that I know from down here go up to Evo and they speak so highly of it.
It's brilliant. So we've got Rogan Corey, who's doing the advanced sessions. I do the fundamentals, which is for everybody. And then sort of maybe once every month or two, but then also say, like last week I was away doing some shows, so we had everyone together on a Wednesday. If he can't do a Wednesday, then everyone's on a Tuesday, we'll do a lot together. Scott Bell is doing referee training as well on those advanced shows, advanced sessions as well. But we've got such a strong core of wrestlers and trainees who are coming up through it. Like, it's really, that's one thing that I was always very grateful for when I was training with Nathan Cruz, is that we had a really strong core of trainees that was, we'd be able to push each other, and yeah, it was great. And we've got that same thing going through. In fact, we've got our very first in-house Evo Academy show a week on Saturday. I think it's the 13th of June, the day after NGW. And we're so excited to get everyone going with that and get everyone working together and getting that experience so that we can start pushing up. It's brilliant.
Do you find that you take little bits of what you learned with Nathan and end up putting them, like teaching them to the beginners now, or? Yeah,
for sure. I think that my one difference is I don't go quite as heavily on sort of the warm-up things. I sort of emphasize that it's the warm-up is a warm-up. Don't get yourself knackered out for the for the main part of the session, because that's what we're there for. Then again, when we were with Nathan's very much on we're doing this, going through lots of wrestling drills, which are awesome. But then again, I think that was more at a more advanced level. Whereas now it's still for advanced wrestlers, advanced trainees, but also you'll have new people trying it out, people who aren't sure how they're going to do. But Nathan's knowledge is absolutely, like, look where he is now. He's over in America with AEW. He's wrestling, he's coaching, he's agenting. Like, he's a brilliant person to work with. Absolute star as well. I've just kicked the stand. Sorry.
Again, he's another one that's so down to earth and lovely as well.
Yes. And one thing you understand certain things that Nathan did at training from that perspective once you're in that position as well, which is really cool as well. But it is awesome. Like, it really is very cool, very fun. And it's amazing seeing how people progress as well. Like, it is really, really cool seeing where they are and then where they are in a month, or even from when I started taking over that session. And yeah, it's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, that proud dad feeling.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I get it with the young ones at UKW that, like, I've just watched them over the past year and I'm like, oh, look at you now.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Well, speaking of young ones at UKW, we'll just touch upon my show then, because you took on three of the young ones that are just, they're going to go so far. But it was, more importantly, it was Go Team Sports Reunited. And as soon as I thought about doing a charity show, I was like, right, I'm going to ask Ace. This is the one thing I really, really, really want. Because I remember seeing you guys at Tidal. And did it happen at NGW as well?
Yeah, we did it at Tidal, we did it at NGW, and we did it slightly. We did it at 3CW in the Northeast, and as Ace Athletic, and then we did little bits at Future Shock and sort of a couple of other little bits, but they were the three main places that we did do it. Yeah.
I just remember seeing you come out at Tidal, Lonely Island playing, and me just being like, I love these guys. Like, so how was it, working with Dave again after like 6 years?
It was amazing. So it's like even when Dave sort of stopped to like get married and have a family and things, we've still been really good friends. We've still been on holiday together. We still chat to each other. We still see each other. But so before this year, for maybe a year and a half, Dave's been like dipping his toe in and coming back and helping out at shows, and I could tell that he was missing it and wanted to come back in more and more and more. And it got to December last year, and I've been saying to him the whole time, "Oh, you're gonna come back. You're gonna come back, Dave. You're gonna come back." And all the time he's like, "Oh no," and it just slowly started turning over. And then he said he was going to come train with us and come do a couple of training sessions. While I think it was in between. He'd left one job and he had maybe 3 weeks before he started the next one. He's like, "Oh, going to travel and do a few sessions," and like, you're coming back.
Yeah.
To the point where it was just I just started talking like, "So when you're back, how about this? How about this? How about this?" And it was amazing. And so getting there, having that. So that was Dave's second match back.
Yeah.
He'd faced HMD at BWR a couple of weeks beforehand. So that was his second match back. But just getting back together, just us talking about ideas, getting there. Just being like, before we went out, we had a big hug and we were like, "This is so cool, isn't it?" And yeah, it just very much, I think we were both in a place where we just want to enjoy things, and yeah, we're just doing things that are fun. We'd spoken about some ideas and things, and we're always like, we'll just do team sports though, won't we? And then lo and behold, what would we do? There we go. Here's go team sports.
When I saw him on Instagram like pop up that he was training again and stuff, I was like, ooh, I wonder. And that's when I reached out to you and was like, do you think he would? And then, to be fair, Dave's been absolutely incredible throughout all of my planning the show, everything. He's been messaging me, asking if I need any help, running ideas by me for the match and everything. I'm like, the match is all up to you guys. I just, But the one bit I can't get out of my brain is the cones.
I knew you'd say that.
Yeah, I can't. It's just, and Cliff's reaction was just perfect.
Perfect, wasn't it? Yeah. That sort of thing has always been a thing that, because Dave and I, whenever we get ideas, it always goes from this is cool, but this is funny. And then people tend to be cool with things with it, but us coming in having like never been there before and not worked the guys before and been our first match for 6 years, and we're like, cool, so we're doing all this, but how about if we cut off the ring with some cones and you can't physically pass it?
But I was stood in the doorway and Dan Griffin was sat on the end, and he was like, "Nikki, this is just incredible." He's like, he said, "Obviously, Ace did tell me yesterday."
Yeah. So that was annoying because I was in Burnley the night before, and he'd messaged me. He'd messaged me because I'd had my eye like busted open again. And I said, "Are you excited for team sports tomorrow?" And he's like, "What?" I was like, it has been posted, like it's not like a secret now, but if he didn't know, that would have been so good. Yeah. Oh wow.
But yeah. Even the promos you guys put together for the show and everything, it was like, I don't know, it was just like next level. It was more than I'd ever imagined. And it was just amazing. But I did see the BWR promo.
Yep.
that you are trying to get team sports back together. And Chloe was there, and Chloe said, I got a team sports chant. I was going for it, and I was like, oh yes. So is this sticking around?
It's up to Dave, isn't it? Yeah, that was another one where, again, Dave had made his re-debut, because we had wrestled once or twice for them before as team sports years ago, but it wasn't really we'd just come in. And then I'd been doing BWR since COVID in Dave's absence, and he had his match back, and then okay, cool. So we weren't sure how it was going to go. So we were in a rumble. We ended up being, I think he was number 11 and I was number 12 or something. We were back to back, and things just started working. But the fact that there were a couple of little pockets in the crowd who were chanting for team sports was quite surprising, because we didn't know if people would know or remember, or so we'll wait and see. But he did drive off.
He did.
So yeah, he did drive off afterwards, as I was trying to convince him that it might be a good idea. So we'll have to wait and see.
I love it, and you obviously need a friend at True Grit as well now. So
I do need a friend at True Grit.
So you know, and there's that so-called sports star there. So you know, you can take him down a peg or two as well.
There is a so-called sports star there as well. Yeah.
When a plan comes together, Ace. Right, are you ready for the silliest game you may ever play?
Yes, please.
Right. Can it ace? Right? That's the title. Can it ace? How would you make these things ace?
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Emptying
I
the
get it.
kitchen bin.
Sorry?
Emptying the kitchen bin.
With your feet.
Don't know what I expected. That wasn't it. Driving over a pothole.
Oh, mate, that's not ace.
But how would you make it ace?
I would drive over in a hovercraft. I think that would be okay. They can go on. Do hovercraft? I was talking about these recently. Do they still exist? Because in my class, we've got some hovercraft toys, and I was like, I went on one as a kid, and you'd see them all over the place. And like, do they still exist? Are they still a thing?
I'm going to Google it.
Yeah, but I think a hovercraft would be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just hover over it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would, exactly.
Put on a fitted sheet.
Put on a fitted sheet.
Mm.
Oh God, fitted sheets are the easy ones. The other ones, fitted ones are the ones that like cling to it. Yes.
Yeah, and then one side always pops off while you do it bottom.
It does. It's always my side as well. But I genuinely don't know how to put. Is it a flat sheet? Is that what it's called?
Yes, but you have to
I
like.
genuinely don't know. I've never put a flat sheet on a bed. I wouldn't know like the technique. So I think that putting a fitted sheet on is ace in itself, because it means that you don't have to put on a flat sheet.
Deal with someone without spatial awareness.
Kiss them.
Getting stuck behind a slow walker.
Can you pick people up in this game?
If you want to.
Probably pick them up. I think like this, you scoop and get under the legs, so like, you know, when you used to like at school, you used to battle people on your shoulders like that.
Yes.
Like that, I think. In fact, I'm pretty sure Nashboat did that. Yeah. I think we did that with Misery Business.
Yeah. See, I end up looking like Mr. Bean when I'm stuck behind a slow walk. You know that scene where he's on the stairs? That's me. I end up stuck behind someone and I'm like,
The worst thing is when you're walking down the street and then all of a sudden you become aware of yourself walking, and then you don't feel like you can walk normally anymore, and you're very aware of the way that you walk. Yeah. That's...
Yep, I do that when I'm walking to the gym and I've got my headphones on, then all of a sudden I'm like, Why can't I walk anymore? Like,
That's the one.
yeah.
And it's just weird.
Doing the ironing, how would you make that ace?
I wouldn't bother.
It's not worth it.
Do people still iron?
I mean, personally, I don't.
No.
I like
conveniently, I don't have a job where I need to wear a suit, so yeah.
A school uniform every now and again if it's really bad, but most of the time I'm like, put it on, it'll drop out.
Fine.
Plus, I buy most of my stuff off Shein, and that's that material that never needs ironing anyway.
Okay. I relatively recently learned it was called Sheen and not Shine. I always thought it was Shine.
It's like my daughter keeps watching tablet and ads for I call it Temu.
Temu, yeah.
And ads keep coming up and they're like, no, Temu. And I'm like, it's not Temu. Like,
it's like the Hyundai adverts that are like, it's pronounced Hyundai.
Yes.
No, it's not. It's pronounced Hyundai. Mr. Hyundai, you are wrong. Yeah.
I think you're friends now. Poor Charles. Biting a jam donut and the jam runs all down your hand.
Aim at somebody.
Ripping a hole in your jeans.
I mean, it might be uncool, but I'm pretty sure I've still got jeans that have like holes that are supposed to be there. I've definitely got shorts that have got holes that are supposed to be there. I don't know if it's cool or uncool. So I think that is pretty ace in itself.
I do. And last one, touching soggy food in the sink.
Oh, no, I don't like that.
Make it ace.
Oh, God. Do you like blancmange?
I don't like it.
Okay. Well, again, I think I was talking about blancmange yesterday. And again, I don't know why these things come up. But I don't think I've had blancmange since I was at primary school. But it was a right treat, and I enjoyed blancmange. So imagining it's blancmange, just as long as you don't taste it, is probably the best way of doing that.
Some brilliant answers there, you know.
Thank you.
I think we more or less managed to make everything ace.
I think so. I think a couple of them were already ace. So yeah.
Instagram question I got. Okay. What's it like to be in the presence of someone as talented and musically gifted as Microphone?
Oh, see, for the longest time, I thought it was Michael the Telephone, and then it turns out that actually it's Microphone, and suddenly I get it now. It makes so much more sense than Michael the Telephone.
Yeah.
But actually, he's got the voice of an angel. Have you ever heard him sing?
No.
Well, you should come down to a Fight Factory show. They're in Lincoln, and you should come see him. Like, he did lose the tag team titles without me, even though I was half of the tag team champions, and I don't know how that works or is allowed to work. So he's still a bit of a knobhead because of that, but he does have the voice of an angel. And I imagine he can play whatever instrument he wanted to, because
I saw when I was looking, I saw that you were a tag team with Microphone.
Yeah. Yes, we have a team name, but no one's accepted it yet. Would you like to know the team name that I came up with? So he's obviously Microphone. It's a pun in its own name because he's a singer and a musician. He sings with a microphone. He also talks with a microphone. And I myself, not only one half of Nashboat, or wasn't one half of Nashboat, and I was the boat half of it, the best of all time. Also a bit of a dream boat. So the tag team name was Dream Phone.
Like the board game.
Like the board game, but no one's bought into it yet. One day.
No one's gonna know about the board game either.
I know.
I only remember Dream Phone because I never got bought it by my parents.
No.
It stuck with me for life. I always wanted a Dream Phone, and all my friends had it, and I never got it.
I wonder how many conversations, like different, like preloaded conversations, there were in it.
Yeah. I never got to find out.
We'll never know. Yeah.
I'm going to be on eBay. And he was selling a dream phone game.
See, that was very dangerous because there was a chance that you didn't understand the reference there and it would have just fallen flat. But I'm glad that you did and explained it for those people who are watching who don't know the reference.
Yes, exactly. If you get a chance to go play Dream Phone, please do, and invite Ace. I'll go play it. Obviously, you do wrestle on North as well.
Yep.
Now, to me, like North, Progress, they're like, and Rev Pro, they're the three biggies, aren't they?
I think so. Yeah.
And you were the ultraviolet champion.
Hardest man in the North. Yep.
Is that when you were doing the deathmatchy outfits?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Right.
Hardcore race.
Hardcore race. Because I've only been to a handful of North shows when they've come to Leeds, but I am actually travelling up for Thunderstruck. Because I'm sold. So I missed all of that apart from on social media. And I was like, what is going on?
That was so much fun as well. As you can imagine.
Oh yes.
It's my final match as the as the ultraviolet champion hardcore race. It was myself against Lou Nixon. And I was like, maybe I do a Sandman entrance because, you know, we really vibe together. And then I had another idea. And I get there and Lou says, I'm going to do a Sandman entrance. I was like, this works even better because I was going to do that and I'm not going to do that. So he comes out and does this, but he didn't have Enter Sandman. He had his own music, but he came through the crowd and was drinking and everyone was loving him because people like him. And then I came out and we had I'm Ace and you can be too. And then Mick Foley's car crash. Pause. Bum, 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 bum. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. And I came out to Mr. Sandman. Annoyingly, the hard cam for that specific show was on the side, so you can't see the video. And like the entrance, because that was also, it's all side there. It's him reacting to me going, who's this Pillock? I think Pillock is what he calls people. I had Ace effing Matthews, Ace Friendly Matthews, and everything. It was brilliant. But yeah, I lost. So.
Yeah. But
still hard though.
You had a good run as.
I did.
As hardcore Ace, like I was seeing it online, and I can't imagine you as hardcore Ace because you're either that annoyingly obnoxious guy or you're just hilarious.
I think I'm a hoot. It was great. I was going down very much the lines of that. I'm an incredible wrestler and hardcore wrestling is easy. So surely I can just be the hardcore champion. And yeah, so we built up the story with me chasing down Clint Margera and winding him up and annoying him. And so on Thunderstruck 2, it was Clint versus Ace. And it was very much built as Clint finally gets his hands on Ace Matthews. However, I'd made friends with the landed gentry and they may have been slightly involved and I may have fallen through a barbed wire table at the same time as Clint and landed on top of him, got the win, presented the belt, and I was like, yes! Oh no! I then had to do more hardcore stuff, so yeah.
Do you enjoy the hardcore stuff? Like,
yes. Yes, as silly as it is, but I was very much of the ilk of someone's going to put some thumbtacks in the ring. Conveniently under the ring there is a broom. I will brush them away. I don't want anything to do with that. Yeah. But no, it's great.
That's perfect.
Exactly, and I think it was a really fun story to do alongside of it, of being they've got this really hardcore division, and I'm like, nope, not on my watch. But then I started believing in it. I think I had a match with Emerson Jane where I started bleeding, and I was like, this is it. So probably the greatest hardcore wrestler that ever lived. Even better than Tim Strange, who is quite a good, and he's a very lovely man as well, but he's scary.
He is a very lovely man, but he is scary.
Yeah.
I agree there.
Yeah.
What would you say has been your favourite match, or top 3?
Top 3?
Yeah, let's go top 3 of all time. This whole time.
Oh no, that's horrible. I can't do top 3. So a very obvious one is that ladder match with HT Drake.
Yeah.
Because it was so unique, and the finish just so happened to be more perfect than you could ever imagine. That it just, yeah. I say that the tag match with Rhino was up there because I felt like I did really well in that match. It was a really cool dynamic of sort of trying to be the Billy Bib bollocks and then also running away. Anytime I've wrestled Rampage Brown, because he's the best. And I've won a few times against him, which is really surprising, actually. Yeah, I remind him often, and he just hits me. Yeah, he just hits me, and he then stops talking to me. I'm never prepared for this question. I did an Iron Man match with Vusic. Did you see that?
A title?
Yeah, I did an Iron Man match with him, which was cool. Which was maybe the longest match I've ever had, which was really cool. That was really fun because we got to go from me being like, oh no, and trying to like waste time, and because I was the bad guy, and then have a little bit of fun in it. The end of it, just absolutely battering each other. We had a really fun sort of end to it, which was cool. And then by the end of it, people were cheering me, and since then they've cheered me a title. It's crazy.
Yes.
That was really cool. I'd probably have to go with the HT Drake match because it's the most ridiculous, but also perfect finish ever. Like, yeah. John Cena would not be able to do that. It was amazing.
I love HT Drake as well. I always have done.
Yes.
I think just you look at him and you wouldn't think comedy wrestling, but
all he wants to do is comedy wrestling.
But he does it so well as well, especially his Tidal with the sumo match and all that, and the musical chairs and stuff like that. Like, you don't expect it when you look at him.
He comes out and does all these cool flips and things, but in his heart, he's a big cuddly teddy bear, and he likes to tell dad jokes and to make people laugh. It helps that he looks like the serious one as well.
Yeah.
And then, it's a very good dynamic. But he just likes to have fun.
He doesn't smile at me unless it's a Sunday, he says. So.
He doesn't smile at me. Full stop. So, yeah.
Was it a Sunday? Or was it because it was I can't remember, but I know he smiled and I went, what's that about? And he was like, it's a Sunday. I'm happy on Sunday. So I'm like, okay. But you are at the next Tidal show, aren't you?
I am.
Do we know what you're doing, or have you just been announced?
I think I don't know if there's been like a specific announcement, but then again, the match graphic was on the last post they did. So I'm going to tell you, I think it might be the main event. Because I'm facing Spike Trevay for the championship, which I'm very much looking forward to.
Yes.
Spike's awesome, yeah.
Yes, that's huge,
isn't it? I think we were meant to have a match on the last or the show before then, but I think he was ill or he was injured. He was injured because he got injured the week before. So finally that will happen, and the title chief will reclaim his throne.
Have you fought Spike before then?
No, never have done. Always wanted to because I think it's incredible. Yeah.
He's just so incredible.
His cage match against Kid Lycos won at Progress when he finally lost the Progress title was incredible. There's a moment where he turned around and his facials are like, it's so good. Yeah.
Are you at True Grit on.
I will be at True Grit on Saturday, yes.
Will be at True Grit on Saturday.
Yes,
And I will be there representing the Hot Tag Foundation. But yes, it'd be good to see you there. Hopefully you get to kick. We all just want you to kick Nash in the nuts.
I would like to kick Nash in the nuts. I think he deserves it.
I think we should all hold him and hold the regime back while you just, or you hold him and we'll all do it.
Ooh, maybe the whole crowd could do it. Yeah.
He's turned on all of us, not just you. And what else? What else does Ace Matthews have coming up then?
So next week I will be at New Generation Wrestling at Hull City Hall. I think I may have to defend my Gen X Cup. Fingers crossed I don't have to defend it, but I might have to defend it. Probably everyone's probably scared of me, so I don't think anyone will bother challenging, to be fair. But yeah, so I'll be there at Hull City Hall. The week afterwards I will be at Planet Wrestle. Is it the week after? Yeah, it'll be my Planet Wrestle debut.
Very exciting.
I don't think my match has been announced yet, so I won't say.
No, it hasn't, hence why I'm surprised.
Yes, okay. However, I have something rather special planned for that. Being Planet Wrestle and space themed, and I quite like Star Trek.
We've seen you.
Yes.
Your Star Trek get up. Yep.
Yep. I'm cool though. I'm cool. I'm not a nerd. I don't know if I can flick off this to see my calendar. What's the week after that? I don't know. I think there might be something on the Saturday as well. I think it might be because that's a Sunday. I think there might be something on the Saturday. It might. No, I think it's Fight Factory on the Saturday and then that on the Sunday. And then it gets into lots of summer stuff. So lots of Hot Lindsay and Tesla Shortland. Yeah, Tidal's the week after, isn't it?
Yes, Tidal's the week after.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. I get to see Ace Matthews Saturday and then 2 weeks on the trot. Well, see, you know when I said you're everywhere?
Yeah. Come to NGW as well. You'll see us there.
Oh, I want to get back.
Have you been to the City Hall shows?
I've been to one Hull City Hall show.
Yeah.
But I want to get back to more because I used to go to a lot when they were going to like Keighley and Ormskirk and like everywhere. I've got a really weird photo, I think, in Ormskirk where there's me, Dave, Dan James, and Liam Slater and Craig under my umbrella for some reason.
Nice.
Like,
that was the first time Dave and I wrestled. That was before Team Sports, yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. I was there for that.
Yeah.
See, I was there. But yeah, like I'd love to come back up to NGW and Fight Factory. I always say I'm gonna because I don't drive. It's so difficult to get to some places. And like Lincoln's like 2 or 3 trains.
It's across the bridge as well. Yeah, you can go to Doncaster first.
Oh. We don't talk about that place. But yeah, so it's there's all these places I want to get back to. But yeah, it's getting to them, and I really want to win you again. And GW needs to come back to Keighley.
No, there may be a big show coming up later in the year, but it might not be in Keighley. So yeah.
Need it back at Keighley or come to Leeds or, make the rounds like you used to and I can come back to more shows. Right, I'm going to let you get off then. Is there anything you want to bring up before we go?
Oh, I don't know. No, my dog's been really good, actually. I've had the door open because I didn't know whether he would come in and sit with me. He's been sat by my legs the whole time. I was leaning over a little bit like this because he was fussing me. But I may have had to shut him out because he doesn't like me sitting on a chair where he can't sit next to me or on me. And that's what I'm currently doing. But he's laid by my feet, so yeah.
Sounds like my
so that's what I was going to say. Just talk about my dog. Called Milo. He's a good boy.
I do like that put your dog in a headlock. Do you still do that?
A headlock a dog day, yes.
Yes, good. I
Or
remember the
last
first
year.
one.
Yeah, it's been over 10 years of Headlock a Dog Day, I think.
'Cause
Yeah, I think it's been 11 or 12 now.
You did Headlock a Dog and you asked for people's pictures, and I sent you on saying, I don't have a dog, but here's my son.
Yeah, still doing it. Yeah, not quite as popular as it was, but still doing it every single Christmas.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's not
good,
Christmas, it's Headlock a Dog Day.
See, this is what I like. Continuity. I'm sure everyone watching knows who Ace is and follows you on socials anyway, but if you don't, do go follow him on social media. Do go check out a show that he's on, because you will not be disappointed, like, at all. And that's all I've got to say on Ace Matthews, because he's incredible. Go check him out. Yeah, you are. You're one of the,
and you are too, Nikki.
A lovely human. It's been a pleasure watching you evolve over the years.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been awesome.
It's been great to see.
And fingers crossed, Dave wants to tag with me again.
You best do.
I hope so. Yeah, we'll be world champions.
And I will take credit for it all.
And you can, yes.
I should be Go Team Sports manager. I'll have a manager jacket and I'll just come out.
Yep. If you could convince Dave, it's your job. There you go.
Oh, dear me. Right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I have been Nikki, as always. This has been Ace Matthews. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Jobbing with Nikki.